I'm Samya. The passage is, and now the question. Which of the following can be concluded from the passage? And now for the solution. Now, let us check out the reference in the passage. Here, in the first paragraph last line, this is just one way in which the existence of living things can appear to depend on extremely precise fine-tuning. Now here, if you look closely, we can clearly see that the author is saying that there is only one way in which the living things can exist, and that is extremely precise tuning. Now, the author has been saying that there has been very slow speed in the beginning of the Big Bang, and afterwards it was pretty fast, and he has presented few examples to show why it was that way. Now, if you look at the options, option number 1, if the expansion speed were not as fast as it was, our universe would not have lasted. Now, this is indeed true, but as we can see clearly that the author is not trying to conclude this from the passage. He had said that it is due to the fine-tuning in the universe that has been the main reason for the existence of living being and universe in turn. Option number 1 is therefore incorrect. Option number 2, the expansion speed was not a result of fine-tuning, but was lent its momentum by a brief burst of ultra-rapid inflation. Now, option number 2, as we can clearly see, can be ignored as there has been no mention of such. Option number 2 can be ignored. Option number 3, the cosmic situation seems fine-tuned to facilitate the existence of life. Now, if we look at the passage once again, we can clearly see that the author has said this is just one way in which the existence of living things can appear to depend on extremely precise fine-tuning. Now, if it was the main conclusion from the author that it is due to the fine-tuning that the living things can exist, then option number 3 is indeed the correct answer. Option number 4, the study of chemistry would not have been possible if there had not been a precise adjustment of the masses of the neutron, proton and the electron. Now, if you look closely, this is indeed present in the passage, but this is not what the author is trying to imply. He said that the study of chemistry had revealed that the precise adjustment is there of the masses of the neutron, proton and electron. Here, option number 4 can be ignored. Option number 5, as we can clearly see, is incorrect. Now, as we can clearly see that here, the main conclusion from the passage according to author is that the existence of any living thing, that may be atom or that may be universe itself, is due to the fine-tuning of time. Here, if the rapid growth would have been there in the beginning of the world, that is, just after the Big Bang, then there would have been no possibility that the Earth or any living planet or star could have formed. Similarly, if the speed would have been too slow, the effect that is right now could not have been there. It is due to the fine-tuning. The result is the existence of life. Option number 3 therefore holds the best as per the conclusion is concerned, and therefore we can say that the correct answer is option number 3. Thank you. Karke dikhayenge. Hello, I'm Samya. The passage is, and now for the question. Which of the following most clearly establishes the entropic principle? And now for the solution, let us check out the 4th paragraph. Here, spatio-temporal districts, when observers actually live in them, obviously must be the one capable of supporting intelligent life. Now let us check out the options. Option number 1, living beings exist in surroundings created by fine-tuning of the expansion speed with the cosmic situation. Now, as we had clearly seen, that this is indeed the conclusion that can be drawn on the basis of author's paragraph. Option number 1 is the conclusion of the passage, but not explaining the entropic principle. Option number 1 is therefore incorrect. Option number 2, spatio-temporal districts support intelligent life, even if it is not human. Now, we had clearly seen that this has been implied in the passage. This is indeed the entropic principle. Option number 2 is correct. Option number 3, the universe being comprised of a number of cosmic regions called universes. Now, the author has said that the scientists believe that there are many universes in the universe, whereas the correct definition for the universe is that all of the substances can be accumulated in universe. Option number 3 cannot be taken as the correct answer on the grounds of entropic principle. Option number 3 is incorrect. Option number 4, the narrow limit between the nuclear forces and the strength ratio between gravity and electromagnetism. Now if you look closely, entropic principle is not that. Option number 4 is incorrect. Option number 5, the brief burst of ultra-rapid inflation. Option number 4, as we can clearly see, has been provided, which is having no reference to the passage. Similarly, option number 5 does not provide any reason why we can call it as entropic principle. It can be considered as an irrelevant option in this particular context. Here the correct answer is option number 2, that best explains the entropic principle. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I'm Samya. The passage is, and now the question. The word entropic refers to, and now for the solution, let us check out the last paragraph. In this paragraph, that would be a case of entropic principle in action, at least as defined by its originator, the Cambridge cosmologist Brandon Carter. The entropic principle simply reminds us that all observers exist in circumstances which are not utterly hostile to intelligent life. Note that the word entropic is not intended to mark an interest in human observers in particular. It is intelligent observers in general that Carter has in mind. Now, if we look closely, we can also see that here the author has clearly explained that it is simply reminds us that all observers exist in circumstances. Now, here the circumstances and their existence has been talked of. Now, let us check out the options. Option number 1, of or pertaining to human beings or their span of existence in earth. Now here, the observer's existence in circumstances has been talked of. Option number 1, it seems like the correct answer, but let us check out the other options as well. Option number 2, of geological changes on the earth's surface that determine temperatures suitable for existence of life. Now, we had clearly seen that this is not indeed what the author has said throughout the passage. Option number 2 is therefore incorrect. Option number 3, of terrestrial forces that determine the concentration of intelligent life in pockets of Earth's demography. Option number 3 is not in the passage. It is misleading, and therefore we can say that option number 3 can be ignored. Option number 4, of observational studies of life in celestial and terrestrial life. Now, we had clearly seen that according to Brandon Carter, this is indeed not what the entropic principle is. Option number 4 can be ignored. The word entropic in general terms means pertaining to human life. Now, throughout the options, we can clearly see that only option which contains human being or pertaining to human being is shown in option number 1, whereas all the other options can be ignored on the basis of the general meaning, and therefore the correct answer for this question is option number 1. It best explains the word entropic. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I'm Samya. The passage is, and now the question. Perhaps illusion, the author states this too. Now for the solution, let us check out the reference. Here, perhaps this particular way is an illusion. Now, if you look at the scenario here, the first paragraph explains the existence of life after Big Bang. It is due to the precise fine-tuning that the existence of living thing is possible. Now, in the second paragraph, we can clearly see maybe some fortunate phenomena, for instance, a brief burst of ultra-rapid inflation very early in the Big Bang made the life permitting expansion speed more or less inevitable. Here we can clearly see that what have been explained in the first paragraph has been exactly contradicted in the second paragraph, and therefore we can say that here the second option is the correct answer, as here they offer a contrasting idea to the one stated in the preceding paragraph has been given. Option number 1, illustrate the possible negativity in aligning with a single line of hypothesis. Now, if we can clearly see that this is not what has been done. A negative alignment has not been present and the hypothesis has not been negated anywhere. Option number 1 is therefore incorrect. Option number 3, propound the contradictory ideology as contained in the paragraph. As we can clearly see that this is indeed not has been done in the passage. Option number 3 therefore can be ignored. Option number 4, adduce the various contrasting ideas that are stated in the paragraph. Now here, the contrasting idea has been presented, but we cannot say that this has been the main emphasis in that particular passage. And perhaps this particular way is an illusion, does not prove that particular thing. Option number 4 can be ignored. Option number 5, illustrate the possibility of other ideas existing apart from the one stated. Now, option number 5, as we can clearly see, cannot hold ground as per option number 2 is concerned. Option number 2 can be taken into the limelight as it is exactly what the author has been saying. Here, the contrasting idea to the one stated in the preceding paragraph has been done by this particular line. Option number 5 can be ignored. Here, the correct answer is option number 2, as it best explains the second paragraph. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I'm Soumya. The passage that has been provided to us is, and now the question. The word spatio-temporal districts has been used in the passage to imply. Now, for the solution, let us check out where spatio-temporal has been mentioned in the passage. The spatio-temporal districts, when observers actually live in them, obviously must be ones capable of supporting intelligent life. Now, let us check out what the word spatio-temporal in general terms means. The word spatio-temporal means pertaining to both space and time. Now, if we look at the general terms meaning, it is relating to space and time altogether, and here it must be the one that is capable of supporting intelligent life. Now, let us check out at the options. Option number 1, relating to space and time together. Here, spatio-temporal has been explained clearly, but affecting the formation of intelligent life. Now, it is not actually affecting the formation of life, it is supporting the intelligent life. Option number 1 is therefore incorrect. Option number 2, relating to space and time together, integrating conditions responsible for intelligent life. Now, integrating conditions as in pulling all together life-sustaining things to sustain intelligent life. Option number 2 cannot be taken as the correct answer, as here option number 2 does not explain the supporting part of the spatio-temporal districts. Option number 2 is incorrect. Option number 3, relating to space and time together, providing the base for the survival of intelligent life. Now, the base has been provided by the beginning of the Earth or beginning of the universe after Big Bang of the fine-tuning that has been explained in the first part of the paragraph. Option number 3 cannot be taken as the correct answer on that ground, and therefore we can say that option number 3 is incorrect. Option number 4, relating to space and time together, enabling the sustenance of life, of intelligent life. Now, here we can clearly see that the sustenance of intelligent life, that is, supporting of the intelligent life, has been provided. Option number 4 best represents spatio-temporal districts. Option number 4 is the correct answer. Option number 5, relating to space and time together, supporting the fine-tuned balances necessary for the survival of intelligent life. Now here, the supporting of the intelligent life has been talked of, but as per the fine-tuning balances that is necessary for the survival is actually complicating whole option, and therefore we can say that this cannot be the correct answer, as here survival supported by the fine-tuned balances is needed. Now here the survival has been questioned, and therefore we can say that option number 5 cannot be the correct answer. Now as such, the correct answer for this question is therefore option number 4. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे.